Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues English. We talked about regional peace and stability. Now this is the funniest thing of all. Pakistan talking about peace and stability. Two things which Pakistan has not seen ever since. It's important for us to understand the dynamics of the Northeast. Northeast is one area of India that has been neglected by New Delhi for a very, very long time. Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues English. Like this video, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. I just wanted to say a word of thanks to all of you. Our Hindi channel, as you know, the Chanakya Dialogues has crossed 1 million subscribers some time back, and I got this lovely, gold button or gold plaque from YouTube. So thank you very much to all our subscribers in both Hindi and English who have blessed us, who have been with us and who are a constant source of inspiration and pride for all of us at Team the Chanakya Dialogues. The latest today is, of course, what the media is talking about is Bilal Bhuttos' visit. Not that it means much. There is just curiosity because after, I think, 2011, no senior Pakistani leader has come to India. And I think the last time it was Nawaz Sharif who came, but I'm not sure. What has essentially happened is that Bilal comes to India and he's in Goa, and there is a great deal of pressure on Bilal to say this, say that. Some people are saying, you should have gone to India and it's good that you did and you should have gone before as well. There are some people who are saying, no, you should not have gone to India. Anyway, Sergei Lavrov is the Russian foreign minister and Bilal met him. And the Foreign Office of Pakistan in its official release says things that are extremely funny. I mean, to a people who closely watch Pakistan, or to a person like me who has been watching Pakistan, close Pakistan watcher for more than 22, 23 years. I find it very funny how these people speak, They have portrayed Bilal Bhutto as a modern day Julius Caesar or something like that. He's saying that Foreign Minister Bilal Bhutto spoke to Sergei Lavrov on international issues, on issues of energy. Now, I'll tell you, I'll break it down for you. So when they say that issues of energy, it is essentially Russia giving, on easy terms, oil to Pakistan, which Pakistan is buying with Chinese money. That's it. There is nothing else to it. There is nothing else to it, absolutely. So essentially what is happening is that Russia is selling oil to Pakistan on easy terms because obviously Pakistan does not have the money and it does not have the volumes too, by the way. It does not have the volumes. So selling Russian oil to Pakistan on easy terms and Pakistan buying that with a loan taken from China because nobody accepts Pakistani currency. Everybody is saying that, okay, pay us in Chinese currency, but not Pakistani currency because Pakistani currency as it is has no value or respect in this world. So this is something that they call, energy cooperation, or their meetings, a bilateral meeting on energy security, etc. Right? The third thing, they said that we talked about regional peace and stability. Now, this is the funniest thing of all. Pakistan talking about peace and stability. Two things which Pakistan has not seen ever since Pakistan took birth on 14th of August 1947. Pakistan has not seen peace or stability. Never. And Pakistan wants to tell the world that, we are engaging with Russia for peace and stability. You're engaging with nobody. You have nothing to give to the world. Anyway, Shah Mahmood Qureshi, the former foreign minister of Pakistan, he is very opinionated and he's supposed to be a hawk in Pakistan. He's a crow. He's not a hawk by any standards, but if they feel happy calling him a hawk, let him be a hawk. I don't care. Essentially, he said that this is a fantastic time for Bilal Bhutto to go to India, go to Goa and in front of the whole world speak on bilateral issues. He must speak about human rights violations in India, and he must speak about how the minorities are being mistreated in India, especially Muslims. He must speak about Kashmir. He must speak about water. Water is slightly boring. I don't know why. Whether he speaks about water or not, I don't care. For me, it's pretty boring. The Indus Water Treaty. It's a treaty. It's signed. India has called for a review. But till the review happens, nothing much can be done about it. So it's all right. But I really want Bilawal to raise the Kashmir issue. As an Indian, I really want him to raise the Kashmir issue at all platforms. If he can raise it at the United Nations, why not? Why not in Goa for the SCO? You must raise the Kashmir issue. You must raise the issue of minorities in India, especially Muslims. You must do that. And I would encourage Bilawal Bhutto to do that. As an Indian, I really want him to do that. And I have, different reasons for doing that. But my reasons and the reasons of Shah Mahmood Qureshi are totally different. Shah Mahmood Qureshi, he does not understand, right? He's a local politician from Multan. He's a peer, like the Baba, people who do magic and stuff like that. Sort of a fake holy man. He calls himself a peer. And he never wanted to be foreign minister of Pakistan. He wanted to be chief minister of Punjab or prime minister of Pakistan. He did not want to be foreign minister, a reluctant foreign minister. Having said that, this man, Shah Mahmood Qureshi, actually feels in his heart that if Bilawal Bhutto speaks about Kashmir and speaks about Muslims in India, it will make an impact. And again, I'd like to ask the Pakistanis, where does this confidence come from? Where does this confidence come from? That you will say something and the world will notice. What Pakistan lacks more than money today is credibility. That nation has no credibility at all. When a Pakistani says something, the world assumes that he or she is lying. That is the first assumption. And then they have to work backwards to prove that no, we are telling the truth. That is the case. So what will happen if Bilawal Bhutto does raise the Kashmir issue and does raise the issue of human rights and minorities, which I want him to raise? It will help in what I have been praying for all along and working towards all along. That all communication between India and Pakistan must stop. It has already stopped to a very large degree. This is going to be the final nail in the coffin. I want this to be the final nail in the coffin. See, Pakistan has got 4 neighbors. Let me explain geographically. This is not an emotional outburst. I'm speaking technically. Let me explain to you. If you look at the map, Pakistan has pretty much 4 neighbors. There is India to the east, China to the north and the east, to the west. They have Afghanistan, and to the southwest, south by southwest, they have Iran, right? Afghanistan is unstable, and every day terrorists are coming from Afghanistan and killing Pakistanis every single day. I mean, yesterday they killed 7 people from the Pakistan army, right? They wiped out more than half a section, and then they killed some teachers in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. All these are terrorists, roaming around, and they have their hideouts and their safe havens in Afghanistan. That border with Afghanistan must be open, right? The border with China must be open, simply because it is the Chinese who will give loans to the Pakistanis, and so many loans that it will break the spine of Pakistan in the long run. Because what they're going to do, what the Pakistani leaders are going to do is that money they will not use for the welfare of the people. They'll steal that money and they'll buy these posh houses in London. They'll buy these posh houses in the United States of America, in Canada, Australia, Dubai. There is a joke in Pakistan, and one of my Pakistani acquaintances told me this, that whenever Pakistan gets a loan from the World Bank, from IMF, from any other country, whenever Pakistan gets a loan or some aid, the real estate prices in London and Dubai go up. Because suddenly there is that demand and supply thing. So a lot of Pakistanis investing big money abroad, billions of dollars. And all this money is theft. All this money is theft. And all of them have dual nationalities. So what they will do, and their kids are settled outside, what they will do is, the day Pakistan actually sinks, it's sinking right now, it hasn't fully sunk, the day it sinks, these people just have to take their chartered jets and go to London. Go to Dubai, that's it. End of the problem, because they have their money outside, and let those 25 odd crore Pakistanis suffer, 250 million odd Pakistanis suffer. So that is their larger plan. Now, coming back to the border areas that I was explaining and the border nations that I was explaining, so Iran is under sanctions. Trade with Iran is very difficult for Pakistan, because then the sanctions will apply to Pakistan as well, right? And the fourth is India, with whom Pakistan has already shut down 98% of trade. Only some medicines go through, for which they haven't paid us, by the way, and nothing else go through. I want this, let me be very honest, I want this relationship to be permanently damaged. Permanently damaged. I don't want any people-to-people contact. I don't want any cricket being played between these two nations. As a citizen of India, I don't want any movies, any music, nothing. Nothing, absolutely. Let there be a wall 1,000 feet tall, Let even the wind think twice before it blows from Pakistan to India, from India to Pakistan. I'll tell you one small little thing and understand it, and like you to understand it from a geostrategic perspective, what I'm trying to explain. My friends, the isolation of Pakistan begins and ends with India. And it is not that India is so important in the world that, the isolation of a sovereign nation called Pakistan begins and ends with India. That is not the reason why I'm saying it. The reason is that everything good that can happen to Pakistan can happen only through India. It can't happen through China. Pakistanis have seen it, and educated Pakistanis in their heart of hearts. Even Imran Khan acknowledges the fact that China-Pakistan economic corridor is a scam. He acknowledges that. Now, China is food sufficient, right? And they have the China-Pakistan economic corridor in the sense there are roads coming all the way. Why isn't China sending food to Pakistan? Why isn't China sending food to Pakistan? Doesn't China have wheat? Doesn't China have rice? Doesn't China have vegetables? So why is Pakistan importing all this stuff from all over the world? Why is it coming by sea? Why not by the China-Pakistan economic corridor? Why doesn't China just send 10,000 trucks through CPAC? And the moment those 10,000 trucks arrive, one by one, 100 today, 500 tomorrow, the price of commodities in Pakistan will crash. It'll go down. People will be happier. Why doesn't China do that? Sweeter than honey, taller than the Himalayas, deeper than the deepest oceans. Iron brothers. This is what we've heard for so many years. I think Nawaz Sharif coined this idiotic phrase, but this is what we've heard. Why isn't China doing it? Why isn't China helping out? Why isn't China giving money to the Pakistanis when Pakistan is begging for $1.1 billion from the IMF? Why isn't China saying that you are our brother and hell with the IMF, we'll support you, don't worry. You're passing through bad times, we'll support you. Here is a check, initial check for 10 billion, and every month we will give you 10 billion for 1 year. $120 billion, that should set Pakistan's economy on the right track. Why isn't China doing it? So I want the Chinese border to be opened permanently. I want the Afghan border to be opened. Iran, I don't know because it is under sanctions. An Indian border to be closed. That will lead to an implosion in Pakistan because the Pakistanis also know that till the time they normalize their relationship with India, they can't be prosperous. They cannot prosper. They might hate us, but without us, they can't do it. Otherwise they would have done it with the help of China. There are two reasons why Pakistan is in such a bad state. Let me explain to you. Let me just go into details. There are two reasons why, Pakistan is in such a bad state today economically. It's not just that, the current leadership is not smart. They've never had a smart leadership, starting with Jinnah. Jinnah, not a very smart guy, right? He wrote nothing. There are no papers, there are no editorials, there are no letters to the editor, there are no books. There is no vision that Jinnah outlined, just some speeches, just some political speeches, that's all. So that country does not have a roadmap. Pakistan does not have a roadmap, right? And the thing that I wanted to expand on was Pakistan believes otherwise. Pakistan feels that it has a destiny. And that is why that car called Pakistan keeps crashing every 2-3 years. Crashes into one rock here, crashes into another tree here, goes into one ditch. It is on repeat, it's on loop. So I think that is what India will benefit most from. We don't need Pakistan. We are the 5th, richest country in the world as per GDP. We are going to be the 3rd richest in the world as per GDP, right? Today, per capita income of every Indian is $2,000. Aim is to make it to $5,000 and then increase it slowly and slowly. We're moving towards that goal. Pakistan, you see, it's like a car being driven by a driver who's insane and the car does not have a GPS. The driver is insane. Where will that car go? This is exactly what is happening, ladies and gentlemen, with Pakistan. Now, coming back to India and specifically Uttar Pradesh, Anil Dujana, a big-time criminal, was yesterday eliminated by the Special Task Force of the UP Police. And, Anil Dujana was a big name in Noida, Greater Noida, Hapur, Meerut. He was a big-time don here. And he was eliminated by the STF. So when Atiq and his son Asad, I think, was killed, so a lot of people were saying that he's been eliminated because, he's a Muslim. And the UP government is anti-Muslim. Now, Anil Dujana is a Hindu. And where are those people? Where are those people who are crying that Atiq has been killed because he's a Muslim? Asad has been killed because he's a Muslim. Anil is not, or was not. Anil was a Hindu. He was killed. Anybody who breaks the law and refuses, to follow the law, he will be arrested. He will be tried. And he was killed, Anil Dujana was killed in a fair encounter. Like Asad was killed in a fair encounter. He started firing at the cops fired back, end of story. That's how it is. It takes a special kind of steel in the backbone to clean UP. Many people across India don't understand. They don't understand the dynamics of the politics here in Uttar Pradesh. They don't understand the dynamics of the politics in Bihar. Because their states have been traditionally a lot safer in terms of violence. Like even people in Punjab, leave aside the terrorism in Punjab. Leave aside that phase. Kashmir, if you take out terrorism from Kashmir, it's a very, very peaceful place. The Kashmiri people are very peaceful. They have a lot of manners and they're very well-mannered and well-behaved and stuff like that. The problem in Uttar Pradesh always has been political, the politicians have always blessed these mafia dons. How does an Atiq become a member of parliament? How does an Atiq become an MLA 5 or 6 times? Some political party must have given him a ticket. And what work has Atiq done for the people of his constituency? What work has he done at all? Nothing. It's just that there was a terror that Atiq is a mafia don, Atiq will kill you. Now Atiq is no more there. Same with Anil Dujana. So whether you're Atiq or Anil, it does not matter. It doesn't matter if your name is Asad or Anil or Arun or whatever your name could be. I don't care. And neither does the STF. One more news is that, Manipur is burning, ladies and gentlemen, and the Methi population, which is the majority population there, right? They were moved to, by a court decree, they were moved into being given the scheduled tribe status. So the hill tribes got together and they protested and there is violence. And now the Indian Army is out, the RAF is out, the CRPF is out, everybody is out. Peace is returning slowly. It's limping to normalcy, as the media would like to call it. It'll take time. But I think on our part, it's important for us to understand the dynamics of the Northeast. Northeast is one area of India that has been neglected by New Delhi for a very, very long time. Very long time. And for various reasons. All of them political. All of them political. Entire population, this Northeast. And my initial years were spent in the Northeast. I studied in Mizoram and Aizawl, right? I have been everywhere, Lungle, Longtalai, all these places. And recently I was in Virangte, 2 years back. And I studied in St. Edmunds, Shillong. Yeah. So I've had Naga friends and Mizo friends and Khasi friends and Manipuri friends and all that. Don't know many people from Tripura and Arunachal, but yeah, Nagas, Mizos, Assamese, and Khasis, lots of friends. I'm in touch with a few of them even now, lots of friends. Very, very fine people. Very fine people. Some of the finest people that you'll ever meet. And I'm particularly fond of the Nagas. Very straightforward. Very nice guys, yeah, Nagas. And but the problem is when you neglect a people, when you humiliate a people, no self-respecting people will take it lying down. And I think various central governments in the past, for the past 60-65 years, it's only now recently that we have started making this massive outreach into the Northeast. Infrastructure development, talking to people in the Northeast. The people of Northeast never asked anything from the government of India. They never said, give us this, give us. No, they never. All they wanted was to be treated with respect. All that the people from the Northeast wanted was that they should be given respect and honor. And unfortunately, the past governments in New Delhi could not even manage that. So what you are seeing in various, it's not so simple. There are various other things. There is the involvement of China. There is intertribal war there, fighting, and local politics, ethnic rivalries. There are so many things. Yeah, there are so many things. So please don't think that I'm oversimplifying it. I'm not even saying that I understand the Northeast very well, but I've, grown up there to some extent. I spent the initial 4-5 years of my life there in Northeast, and I understand a little bit about the people there. And I think the more we engage with the Northeast, the faster it will move towards normalcy. I'd just like to say that, the Indian Army has done a commendable job, but finally it is up to the state institutions to measure up. It's not the Army's job. All these things that the Army is doing there, it's not their job. It's, I think, the local state governments elected by the people, they need to move up and they need to step up and they need to take responsibility, which many of them are doing. Many of them are doing and doing a pretty fine job. It'll take a while. But I just wanted to place on record that, it is the central government, ever since 1947, they have been responsible for neglecting the Northeast. And a kind people, a humble people, clean-hearted people, you push them into a corner where unfortunately they had no option but to push back, which is extremely unfortunate. I hope peace prevails in Manipur, and all the guys, all my brothers and sisters in the Northeast, I love you here. I have a lot of respect for you. I grew up amongst you, and I hope there is peace in the Northeast. It pains me greatly when I hear all this. I never say this in my videos, I don't say this, but especially when it comes to the Northeast now, it really hurts me. It's like, something is happening to my home, and I just feel very upset about it. So I just thought I'll share my views and my emotions with you. Thank you for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this video, please press like, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.